You guys, we have got to talk about the mess that is Jeff Bezos' wedding. This was a huge, so freaking extravagant, expensive wedding, and everyone online is clowning them, talking about how money can obviously not buy you taste. They are coming for Lauren and her dress, her ring. So much is being said, and there are protesters involved in the situation, and we are going to get into everything that has been said about this freaking wedding. For those who don't know, Jeff Bezos is the founder of Amazon and one of the richest people in the world. He stepped down as CEO in 2021 to focus on other ventures like Blue Origin, you know, the company in charge of sending Katy Perry to space. Yeah, that's his space exploration company. Jeff is very connected to celebrities. He's been spotted at major events like the Met Gala, Cannes Film Festival, award shows, after parties. He's been seen alongside A-listers like Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Leonardo DiCaprio. Basically, since stepping back from day-to-day Amazon leadership, Jeff's social life has gone full Hollywood. Now, to dive into what's gone on recently, well, he's under fire for his wedding to Lauren Sanchez. Jeff and Lauren first met through work. Lauren was running a company called Black Ops Aviation, specializing in aerial filming, and Jeff was getting more involved in aviation and media through Amazon and his space company, Blue Origin. And this was a whole thing because in early 2019, when Jeff and his then wife, Mackenzie, announced their divorce after 25 years of marriage, almost immediately after, the National Enquirer published leaked texts and photos revealing Jeff's relationship with Lauren, who was also married at the time to a Hollywood agent. It became this whole cheating scandal, and the story just exploded in the press. It got messier when Lauren's brother, Michael, was accused of leaking the private texts to the tabloids. Jeff later claimed that he was being blackmailed and even published a blog post accusing the Enquirer's parent company of extortion. Despite the chaos, Jeff and Lauren stayed together, made their relationship public, and have stayed together to this very day. And over the weekend, they had a viral wedding, and not viral in a good way. Jeff and Lauren's lavish wedding in Venice turned into a whole spectacle of controversy, drawing backlash over everything from the location to the symbolism. And there was an estimated budget of $20 to $25 million. I've also heard people say that it was in the 50s and 60s range. I've also heard people say that it was $500 million. Forbes is saying 20 to 25. But anyway, the most high profile of A-list guests were in attendance at this wedding, and people had some things to say about it. Venetian locals accused the couple of trying to take over the city, and the event was said to be a multi-day event with around 200 guests. While Venice officials stated they could easily handle the wedding since the city regularly hosts major events, there was significant pushback. Locals and activists expressed frustration over the potential disruptions and what they viewed as the continued prioritization of wealthy tourists over everyday residents. The No Space for Bezos protest movement accused the local government of allowing billionaires to essentially privatize parts of the city. Officials had denied rumors that the couple's team reserved a large number of gondolas and water taxis, but protests still went forward. Activists hung anti-Bezos posters and banners throughout Venice, including on landmarks. Tons of environmental groups were also protesting the wedding. And during the actual wedding weekend, Jeff and Lauren threw a huge, super luxurious pre-wedding celebration in Venice, but it didn't sit well with everyone. During a huge party that they threw before the actual wedding, activists climbed poles nearby, dropping a banner that read, "The 1% ruins the world." There was also this sign that went viral that said, "If you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax." It really just struck a nerve with people, especially with locals who feel like Venice is being turned into a playground for the wealthy. Security was tightened ahead of expected protests the day of the wedding, and Jeff apparently tried to keep things friendly by making donations to environmental groups and handing out water and ice cream to reporters waiting in the heat outside. But people were still very much upset by this entire lavish wedding. Now, It didn't cause huge problems for Venice, like shutting down the entire city or blocking off major areas, but it definitely felt like a slap in the face to many people because Venice is already dealing with serious issues like residents moving away due to high costs and overcrowding from constant tourism. So in this tense environment, just seeing celebrities and billionaires partying in such a public, flashy way made people upset. To many locals, it looked like just another example of rich outsiders treating their city like a playground while the everyday struggles of actual Venetians were being ignored. Aside from the drama that went down at the actual wedding, though, the online drama was also a whole other story as people were picking apart the details of the wedding. People were saying that while it may have cost them millions of dollars, one thing was clear, and that money doesn't always buy taste. The ceremony, which included a carpet some described as looking gray office floor-like, immediately became this whole meme. People were just like, guests are walking through one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and then they're getting to a billionaire's wedding and the floor of the wedding is like this industrial walkway. People just could not believe it. Some tweeted, "Millennial gray Amazon warehouse carpet at your billionaire wedding is an insane dead inside choice." Everybody's talking about the outfits, but can we talk about the millennial gray hellscape carpet, please? $50 million, and they chose to look like your local HR block went overboard for Mother's Day. I need to know why Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez chose to get married on a gray office carpet. Lauren's wedding look also sparked debate. She wore a custom Dolce & Gabbana lace corset gown and was featured in a Vogue cover story. And boy, did people come for her. People said it's so fascinating that you can't buy taste. And also, I see why Anna left. Because just recently, Anna Wintour announced that she would be stepping down as editor-in-chief of Vogue just days prior to this. So people were like, Anna Wintour left Vogue USA. The reason is now clear.
I just know this was Anna Wintour's final straw. This is why she stepped down from Vogue. Why would you literally hire an entire island in Venice to wear this and have carpet at your wedding? Did they just take this from the Amazon offices?
I need to say something real quick. This wedding, this Jeff Bezos wedding in Venice, is hideous. It is so hideous and tacky and classless, and it just goes to show you can have all the money in the world, but not an ounce of style or class.
The Jeff Bezos Amazon wedding shows that when people who don't have any taste are given unlimited budget and no constraints. The wedding dress, absolutely hideous. The makeup, crazy. That gray carpet outside, wild.
Now, Lauren's ring was also a huge topic of discussion. Her enormous freaking ring just went viral as people were like, yeah, while this is undeniably expensive, it just looks like costume jewelry. How do you even function with that thing on your finger? There's no way that you can function normally with that thing. I'm sure it's super heavy, but also you can't bend your finger. Though I will say, from the looks of it, there were several rings that she had. So I don't know how often this one is going to be worn, or I don't know, but it is just so long. Everyone has just been clowning the whole thing, the wedding, the details, the celebrities in attendance. And a ton of celebrities were there. Sydney Sweeney, the Kardashians, Leonardo DiCaprio, everyone who freaking knew this man that has a big name was at this wedding.
Let me get this straight. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, you have a 200-person wedding and it's all celebrities? That's who you want seeing you celebrate your union of love in this relationship you're supposed to spend the rest of your life in? You don't have any friends or family? You don't have any actual meaningful connections and relationships with real human beings? I'm not talking about celebrities. Oprah Winfrey's there. Gayle King. All of the Kardashians got an invite. Even Corey. Orlando Bloom. Leonardo DiCaprio. Tom Brady. Ellie Goulding was there. The Lights girl. Sydney Sweeney. I laughed when I saw Sydney Sweeney. What do you mean your friend? You know Sydney Sweeney well enough that you want her at your wedding? You're 40 years older than you. When do you guys hang out? This was all clearly just for clout and to have a list of famous people at your wedding. You don't have any real meaningful connections.
So there were just a lot of eyes on it, a lot being said. I want to know what you guys think about this whole thing, the drama surrounding the wedding details, the ring, the dress, everything. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.